Creating a proposal for post-construction cleaning is pretty straightforward. We're going to create a proposal for this address. And when we get to this next screen, we'll just name it. We'll just say construct demo. And we're going to do this for commercial. We'll pick a facility type. Let's go with office, since that's the most common. And then we're going to do construction cleaning. So you can do all phases 1, 2, and 3 separately, or you can do all 3 phases at once. We're going to click this, and then we're going to click add proposal. And the software is going to be broken down into 3 steps. So let's go ahead and do that. You'll see here are going to be your special projects. On step 1, you've got your pricing calculator and then the entire proposal here. So your special projects are things like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And if you go to project details and you click this arrow here, you'll see that we have instructions on what you're going to be doing in that particular construction cleaning job. If you don't like what we have said, you can uncheck it and it will be removed from your proposal, or anywhere in the software that you see an edit pencil, you can click on it and customize it to make it your own. So if I were to click here, Canvas shells, and I'll just put an exclamation point there and click save. And now that has been added to the proposal. So if we look here at each one of these phases, oh, by the way, you can click the edit pencil here and rename these too. So if they call this, you know, I've heard some people call it a fluff up clean or something like that, or post punch list cleaning. You can always rename it here. And all of this information has just built your scope of services. So if you click here on the final step of the proposal, click on exhibit scope, you can click down here and it will automatically jump to that particular section. So let's take a look at that. Now you can see that we have a scope of services for phase 1, phase 2, and for phase 3. In addition to having a detailed scope of services, the bidding calculator can really help you get detailed too. So each one of these jobs can be costed out for you. So if you just click on show project details again, we'll just click that little arrow right here. And then you can add the number of staff and the rate of pay. So I'll just build one out real quick. So I've got, let's say it's going to be, 250 hours, $25 an hour. The software is going to tell me what my labor cost is. I can add in additional expenses. Let's say I've got, to rent a lift. We're going to do that. I'm going to say $1,500. And let's say obviously cleaning supplies. We can do that. So we'll say that here. Okay, I've got some expenses that I added here. It's going to cost us $1,500 for a lift, some cleaning supplies, our fuel and drive time, and we're going to make a couple of trips to the dump. Then we're going to add in a profit margin. Let's say I want to work at 50% profit. That means on this rough clean, I would be making $8,935 at a 50% profit margin, and I would need to charge my customer $17,870 for this rough clean. And if I know the cleanable square footage, let's just say, 65,000 square feet. For this particular project, that means I would be charging 27 cents a square foot for this rough clean if this was my expense. But I can also use the calculator to do some other things. Let's say I'm looking at this and I go, you know what? It's not enough money to make on this rough clean. I want to make $15,000 on this rough clean. So you can type in how much money you want to make, and the software will reverse engineer your profit margins and tell you what that is, and tell you what to charge your customer, and tell you what your price per square foot is. Or let's say you've got a contractor that has a very specific budget and they say, I have $20,000 for a rough clean. You can type that in here after you typed in all of your costs and see how much money you would be making. So if your prospect has $20,000 budget, you'd be making $13,750 at a 60.61% profit margin, and you'd be charging 31 cents a square foot. But you also have additional power here, folks. Let's say you just want to charge by a certain square footage. You can just go in here and let's say you want to charge 55 cents a square foot to cover everything. You can just go in here and click and just add in 55 cents. So let me go back here and add, if I can click on the screen there we go, 55 cents. Now the software will reverse engineer all those numbers again and tell you what your profit margin is, how much money you would be making, and what to charge to your customer. So you have a lot of power in your hands here on this construction cleaning module. By the way, this calculator works the same in other modules, and you have assisted bidding calculators in other modules as well. And that, folks, all transfers into the final section of your proposal. So if you want to just see the numbers that we just put in there, we would just go over here to the compensation section, and then we would click on compensation, and you could see that that price automatically transferred in here. It also has a legal agreement that is completely customizable so that you can expand any one of these sections. You can take anything else that you want out. You can add your own sections about late fees or annual cost of inflation increases, anything that you want, and the concept is still the same. If you want it in your proposal, make sure there's a check. If you don't, uncheck it and it will disappear. So like I can get rid of that if I wanted to. And then you've got e-signature. You can upload your own marketing materials, pick your own proposal designs, add your own logo, your own materials. You've got the ability to track proposals electronically and a whole bunch of other features, including being able to change your own images, etc., folks. So that is how your post-construction cleaning works in a nutshell.